unwarranted. Just as concerning is the new news conference held by the police department and the mayor on Saturday evening to show the nation a happy picture of Houston police and community relation, but the following actions or statements has caused concern, and we're here to set the record straight. Primary, because we are Houston, as Acevedo said, and we are Harris County, the most diverse county, the most diverse big city in the country. We have the most diverse jury pool, understand this community, and they have a relation with the community where we're doing better than any other city. That in itself caused anger, not only with some families, but community leaders, and trying to portray to the nation that we don't have a problem. HPD also acknowledged, or it was said, we know that there are a big discussion about the 6 officers involved in the fatalities the last couple of months. And during the briefing, where there has been a lot of outcry in terms of releasing the videos, I don't want to amen from nobody. In a press conference in November 2015, the current police chief, Charles McCullough, called universal cameras on police as inevitable. He said that he thinks that the matter of time before every law enforcement agency in the United States has cameras, and that the shooting of a young man in Missouri who went uncharged, it's not if, but when. The Greater Houston Coalition, through one of our representatives, who's going to speak on that, did an analysis on the camera, and only 4 city council people opposed to the contract and the drafted policies. The policies dealt with where would the videos be stored, the storage of them. It called when would a police officer turn the camera on or off, and then if a police officer would approve the video being released, if he was one of the person that was charged. I have so much to say, but I will tell you that the chief at the time, Bradford, and 3 others opposed, especially when there was a lack of community participation and the neglect of not taking recommendations. So the city council voted on that and kicked the issue down the road, and that's what we have today. The right of the public to know. That issue, and I'm going to cut my my conference shorter than what I would for the sake of the other persons that are here. the mayor and the chief should acknowledge Houston and the surrounding areas have serious problems. And as I understand, rather than getting another committee to get public hearings and to listen to what the issues are, they should initiate an independent review board with subpoenaed powers, not controlled by the city or any entity. And also, we urge the public and our community to get involved in press and city officials to do so. They work for you. We have already initiated that on the state level. We have already assigned a committee which Shelby Stewart is responsible for that, and we'll be coming out with a model soon. But we want to give the community an opportunity to have a say-so. Also, 40% of the inmates in the county jail have mental illness. We also are pressing for legislation that rather than incarceration, we establish more facilities to treat them. I want to thank you. I will be back and let some of my colleagues on the coalition to speak in Spanish. I speak Spanish fluently, but we need to get other people to speak. Right now, as I said, they paraded family members, rightfully so, to express their feelings about the shootings. And we have families that were not invited and have different opinions as far as releasing the video. I will call the Chavez family to say a few words on how they feel about the issue of the treatment and the videos. Mr. Chavez?
Good morning. Thank you. My name is Joaquin Chavez. I am Nicholas Chavez's father. And the reason why I'm here today is for some justice for my son. I thank you for coming out and coming to the location where my son was killed. As you can see, there's a little memorial here for my son and his children, my grandchildren. The whole purpose for me to stand up here, and I need you guys to realize all of the reason why I'm here. I haven't stepped up in 2.5 months, or 2 months, should I say, since all of this happened. The reason being is I needed time for myself to understand why my son was killed. The justice has to come out in the truth or in the videos. So with that being said, as a parent and not being asked to come down and see videos of my son is an injustice to me. I have never been contacted by any law enforcement, lawyer, or anyone to speak on my son's behalf. So this will be my first time coming out to speak for my son. So where we stand here today is where my son was killed. I come out here daily, drive by, and talk to my son. Physically, he is no longer here. Spiritually, with me, he will always be here. That's the way I feel. I appreciate you guys' time coming out and supporting our cause about justice. I appreciate having a voice in this matter and I would like to be contacted personally by whomever can talk to me about releasing body cam videos. I thank the coalition for standing beside me. The coalition, should I say. As a parent, the only thing you want in life is your child to be successful and succeed. That didn't happen in this case. That didn't happen. So what I'm saying is, I need information on what happened. If justice comes out of it, then so be it. There are so many that have been wrongful death on behalf of whoever. But those things need to be fixed. A lot of things going on in this country right now need to be fixed. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you listening to me. And I'll turn it back over to the coalition. Yes, sir. My name is Joaquin Chavez.
Joaquín, ¿habla español?
Un poquito, señor.
Díganos algo en español, por favor.
Pues, perdóname, pero la razón que estamos aquí es porque mataron a mi hijo. Nadie ha contactado a nosotros de las cosas de mi hijo. El razón por qué murió aquí. El razón que no trae a los niños su papá. Eso es una justicia que nosotros estamos buscando. Pues, perdóname, señor.
Señor Joaquín, nada más quería hacer una pregunta. En Minneapolis, después de lo que pasó con George Floyd, en Minneapolis hay 9 concejales que dicen que necesitan abolir completamente, quitar completamente el departamento de la policía. Es decir, despedir a todo el mundo y empezar de nuevo.
Señor, Señor, yo no estoy aquí para eso. La injusticia que está pasando es a las personas que van creyendo que están siendo malos, pero no van pensando que tiene algo mental con ellos. Ni las preguntas, nada. Pues es lo más que puedo decir para mientras. Ok, discúlpame, señor.
¡Que viva Nicolás Chávez!
Gracias.
¡Que viva Nicolás Chávez!
¡Que viva!
¡Que viva Nicolás Chávez!
¡Que viva!
¿Alguien más?
Augie. Augie. No, she, no, I asked her. The mother is here, the family members, and she is not up to speaking today. Augie was Lulac, which is a member of the coalition.
Good morning. My name is Agustin Pinedo. I'm with LULAC. I'm the LULAC District Director. We're here today to honor the life of George Floyd and to denounce his murder at the hands of Minneapolis police. But we're here also to call attention to our own killing fields where a Hispanic can be murdered in this very spot and nothing done by the police department. Nicolas Chavez, which you see pictured here with his family, died on April the 21st after he had been incapacitated by numerous shots. He was on his knees when all of a sudden the police shot him execution style. 5 officers shot numerous times. 5 or 6 officers shot numerous times when there was no need to. He was incapacitated. He was on his knees. There was no reason for him to be murdered in that way. And then to make things worse, the chief has failed to be transparent, has failed to release the videos involved, although we have the most damning video of all, where we're seeing the police shooting him like an execution squad. But the chief said they have over 70 videos. Okay, where are they? Show us the videos. Also be transparent. Saturday they had a kumbaya moment, like Johnny said, that real friends, you know, like they're doing a lot for the community, for the police community. but really they're not being transparent. Don't let them pull the wool over your eyes, okay? Let's see what's been going on. Even after the Tulls were murdered a year ago, they were promised reform. Where is the reform? The killings continue, okay? The killings continue. So we ask the police chief and the mayor. We can't let the mayor off the hook, okay? He's very much into it. And we need to ask him, okay, produce the videos, get a civilian board to review, a civilian review board to review the police killings. And also, one last thing, we asked Kim Ogg, our district attorney, although she's been great, we asked her to take a look at this thing, and why aren't people indicted yet? Why aren't the shooters indicted? Why have not they been put in jail yet? So we need to look at that. Thank you very much. ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva! I think he had a question. Sí, claro, dígame.
Voy a decir acerca de la idea de quitarle los fondos a la policía. ¿Ustedes quisieran ver eso?
No, nosotros no hemos tocado con el punto de los fondos. Lo que queremos saber nosotros es reformas. Reforma como soltar todos los videos en cualquier balacea que haya, tienen que soltar los videos. Y aparte de eso pedimos un comité para que repase todos los casos donde usan abuso o que balacean o que matan ciudadanos. Un comité que esté compuesto de activistas de la comunidad, como estamos aquí, para que repase todas esas cosas. Gracias.
Hi, I am Blanca Rodriguez Alanís, civil and human rights activist. I stand here in solidarity with the mother of Nicolas Chavez, the families also of Chris Aguirre, the Houston 2, who were executed by HPD. I saw the press conference Art Acevedo had recently, and I just kind of laughed because maybe one or two family members don't want the body cams to be released, but a lot of the other families do want those body footage to be released. And we also need to address the times that we're living during coronavirus. People are in distress. That is 6 murders of 3 black and brown men, total of 6 deaths. During these stressful times, we need to address mental health issues. And when police are called out to assist these families or this family member who is suffering, many of us suffer with mental health issues, anxiety, depression, bipolar, you name it. And during this time, it is on a rise. So when these men came out to assist, no, they didn't come out to assist him at all. They executed him on his knees. Yes, he was already suffering. So these officers, they need some kind of sensibility training on this. They need to send other people. Maybe police doesn't need to come out to these kinds of calls. Yes. Yeah, well, there needs to be more training, and we need to see that body cam footage, and a lot of these officers are turning their cameras off. And these officers need to be fired, let go. Something needs to be done. We are still in this coronavirus time. People are still in much distress, and we need to assist these people who are out there suffering. Assist the families that make these calls, because we call on law enforcement to assist us, to serve us, not to come and execute our family ones. And that is all. Thank you.
My name is Randall Callan, and I'm a member of the Greater Houston Coalition for Justice and a civil rights lawyer for 25 years, including many shootings of people of all colors, of all ethnicities here in Houston. And we have been fighting for a long time to get transparency. All we want to do is see the videos. I'm a lawyer, and let me tell you, under the law, the police chief and the mayor can release the videos. That is the law, but they choose not to. How can the people see what their police are doing? All of us here, we all pay sales tax. We all pay for the salaries of the mayor, the police chief, and all of the police officers. I have asked for videos of shootings. They refuse to give me those videos. But they could if they wanted to. They speak about George Floyd in Minneapolis. But what about the laundry list of black and brown and white people who have died at the hands of the police and no video shown? They hand out hugs. Hugs apparently they have no problem with. Pats on the back. Putting their arm around some family members, they will do that all the time. But when it comes to the release of videos of shootings where people die, they are silent. They point to one family member and say, this family member speaks for everyone. When in fact, that one family member only speaks for themselves. There are many family members. Mr. Chavez had a whole bunch of family members that are here today. And there is a whole voice, a whole group of people calling to release the video for Mr. Chavez.
That's right.
Yeah.
Release that video.
¡Viva Nicolás Chávez! ¡Viva! ¡Viva Nicolás Chávez! ¡Viva! ¡Viva Nicolás Chávez!
¡Viva! My name is Shelby Stewart, SHELBY I'm a civil rights activist, but I also spent 28 years at the Houston Police Department as a supervisor and an officer.
Okay, so these are
And
all
since
of them.
2009,
Okay,
after I retired, I've been with these civil rights
today.
groups and report.
Um,
Houston, we have a problem.
Can you hear me now?
We live in a city
Okay.
where
so
since April
I have
21st,
found
you have had 6
this
blacks and
list,
browns
this rundown
die at
package.
the hands of the
So
Houston
you'll
Police
let me know
Department,
which
and the
package
public
you
has not
have,
seen
and then
one
I'll find
video
out
of
who is it,
anything.
right?
I've watched in interest how Chief Acevedo is on CNN and MSNBC and other stations talking about what's happening in Minneapolis.
No, I'm using.
But what's happening right here?
So the volume. I have.
We need a we don't need a cheerleader.
And I have.
We don't need a marcher.
Brandon was.
We need a police chief that speaks truth and is transparent that we can believe in. I noticed it in those marches he was marching in. He didn't go through 3rd Ward. He didn't go through South Park. He didn't go through South Union. He didn't go through 5th Ward or Denver Harbor. And say to those people, if a loved one dies in your family, niece, nephew, cousin, at the hands of Houston police, you're not going to get to see the video. We're not going to let you see the video because it's really not your business. So, here we are today. We need transparency, we need truth, and we need accountability. I don't know that we can get it here in Houston. All we get is excuses. And so, it's time for Chief Acevedo to be honest with the people in Houston, to be truthful, to show these videos. And when if he shows the videos, let the chips fall where they may. Because all the people standing here, in all those areas I talked about, they love good police officers. They love police officers that stick to the law and don't go outside the law. And so, if the videos show that those officers did everything right, we can live with that. But I got one problem. 28 years as a police officer, I couldn't understand how 5 police officers with primary weapons and secondary weapons and cover behind police vehicles had to shoot a man that did not have a deadly weapon in his hand 30 times. We need some answers.
¡Que viva Nicolás Chávez! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva Nicolás Chávez! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva Nicolás Chávez! ¡Que viva!
My name is Kofi Sahaka. I'm from the National Black United Front. We are combat veterans on the battlefield for social justice. We respect our elder brother Johnny Mata. We come in solidarity with the Chavez family and with all indigenous people in Houston, particularly our sisters and brothers from the Brown Beret who've been on the battlefield with us. We have a position statement on this entire global uprising. But what we'll say simply today is, for right here in Houston, Mayor Sylvester Turner, Police Chief Acevedo, we don't need symbolism. We don't need damage control. We don't need propaganda campaigns in which to lull the people to sleep. What we need is real structural change to the entire system that exists. You cannot say we aren't from here. You can't say we're outside troublemakers, because we've been on this battlefield for 40 plus years. And our time is now to get real change. It's not for us about one or two cases. It's about a system that refuses to change structural policy. So we're in solidarity with our indigenous, with our brown brothers and sisters, and we thank you for giving us the opportunity to say a few words.
¡Que viva! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva!
Hello, my name is Jose Luis Hernandez Jr. I knew Nicholas Chavez since he was 14 years old. I watched him go from a boy to a man, to becoming a father, and to be struck down so early in his prime. Yeah, he's made some mistakes, you know, but he tried. He has some mental issues. You know, the 911 call stated that, you know, there's a man trying to kill himself. Why did they have to do that? Overkill, way overkill. I want justice for Nicholas Chavez, not just for Nicholas Chavez, but for Junior right here, okay? And the rest of his children, as you see right there, okay? That's what I want justice for. I'm so mad right now, and so I'm trying to keep my composure. I just want to break down and cry every day that I see these young faces, their faces. You know, I'm here to give Nicholas Chavez a voice. And right now, he is pissed. Pissed that he was taken down. You would be too. I want to call for all my community members, not just in Deborah Harbor, 2nd Ward. I want all of Houston to stand up and march with us on the 19th. We're going to march around City Hall and HPD, and we want justice, and we want it now. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
¡Que viva Nicolás Chávez!
¡Que viva!
¡Que viva Nicolás Chávez!
¡Que viva!
¡Que viva Nicolás Chávez!
¡Que viva!
Good morning. My name is Cynthia Cole. I sit on the board of the Greater Houston Coalition for Justice, and I'm proud. I stand in solidarity with the Chavez family and with the community as a whole. I'm an executive director for a union, the American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employees. I don't have a whole lot to say because I'm sad. Humanity is sacred.
I just
I'm a
need to hear
demonstrator.
when we.
How dangerous am I?
Not at all.
How dangerous do I look? How am I going to attack 30, 20, or even 5 officers? I have no weapon. Community, there should be a call to action. 1, we're going to cry. 2, we're going to protest. But 3, we're going to be strategic. And we're going to ask for some results. And we're going to ask for some levels of respect. And we're going to come together as a brown or black, as an American Asian, as anybody, as human beings. And we're going to no longer be victims. So Chief Acevedo, Mayor Turner, I humbly ask that you are actively being transparent. Release the videos. Thank you.